How powerful is King Code? In this video, we're going to talk about it in depth about the power of King Code, the father of Frieza, and also Cooler if you were looking at the movies. King Code, we're going to discuss both anime and manga. We're not going to talk about any fan, animations or anything like that in this video. We're just going to stick to pretty much just the original series, animated and the manga. So there is some slight differences in the manga. They don't really discuss too much of King Code, power. But in the anime, they have Krillin and a couple of the Z fighters are sensing, a power that's greater than Frieza. So in the anime, they're clearly stating in the anime that, King Code is more powerful than Frieza. Now, the thing is, judging from what we see with, the little information that we know about the Frieza's race, as we can see, like, Frieza, and later in Dragon Ball Super, we see Frost, which is kind of similar in the transformation form. So we assume that King Code is in his second transformation state. So in the anime, if this is true, then yes, King Code is stronger than Frieza just from him being in his second form. Now, mind you, Frieza is much more stronger than he was in Namek. Now, mind you, Gohan does a statement that states that when they sense Frieza, he sensed that, Frieza could get much more stronger than what he is at, so this goes to show you that Frieza is not at full power himself, even though Frieza is stated to be stronger than when he was on Namek. So now we got to take all these stuff into accountability here, as we see Trunks shows up and he finishes off Frieza and King Code with the quickness, and to the point King Code even goes and grab a sword and everything like that. And we all just have that question of wondering why King Code didn't transform, if he has the ability to transform, you know what I'm saying, and if he could, would he be strong enough to fight Trunks? Now that is really just going to go back to the writers. Like I said, at this point I feel like it was just all just used to get Trunks over and to show, a new Super Saiyan and how, powerful and everything, just to prepare everybody for the next arc and everything, as everything with Frieza was pretty much coming to an end. And I think that's all this was, just an introduction to all that. But as we dig in a little deep, we find out in a separate timeline, of course, there's a timeline where Goku does, comes to Earth and face off against Frieza and King Code. And the difference between Goku and Trunks is that Goku wants a good fight, so he would let Frieza and King Code fight to the, get to their full potential. They, unlock their power at their highest, so he can fight them at their best. And Goku still came out victorious on, this other timeline. Now, there's some, at some point, we'll still say that probably Trunks and Goku are stronger than, Frieza and King Code. But there might be more to this. There's a possibility that I think, of course, as we know, Goku did defeat them, but it doesn't go and tell us exactly how Goku defeated Frieza and King Code in this time frame. Did he have help? Did he do it all by himself? We don't have that information. Now, my guess is that if King Code didn't transform, then yes, Goku probably, fought them and he's able to be stronger than both of them, because clearly, even just with Trunks and Goku testing out their power, Goku is stronger than Trunks in this time. At this point, at the time they met each other, Goku is much more powerful than Trunks. Because you got to realize there's certain things you got to take into account. Even though Trunks is coming from a future, Trunks turned Super Saiyan at a young age. Doesn't mean that Trunks turning Super Saiyan, he has the power level of what Goku had at the time he was when he turned Super Saiyan. You got to take into account. And then at the same time, Trunks was trained by Gohan, which Gohan didn't get a chance to get the full training experience that Goku has, or even in the present timeline that Gohan has gotten. So Goku is going to be able to train better than what Trunks can. Even when Trunks was able to come to the current timeline and pretty much go and train with Vegeta in the Room and Spirit time, he didn't even realize about the grade 3 transformation, about the pretty much the cons to that transformation, about the speed, and led him to believe that he was much more powerful than Vegeta, when Vegeta could probably do the same thing as well and choose not to, because from him and Goku both being, fighters and understanding a little bit more better, they understood the drawbacks, which Trunks did not even see that. So we're gonna go fast forward back to that time with King Cold and Frieza arriving on Earth, and Goku has been gone from Earth for about a year, training on Yardrat, learning new techniques and perfecting the Super Saiyan power. So Goku already is training and mastering this form. So knowing Goku is that Goku is much more powerful than when he was on Namek. You get what I'm saying? With the time he got to Earth, Goku is not the same power that he was then, from everything that he learned and trained. That's the whole point of why Vegeta was make sure that he continued with his training time to attain Super Saiyan, because he wanted to make sure he keeps up with Goku, because he know Goku is out training when after the whole battle on Namek. So Goku has been gone for a year training and still, perfecting the Super Saiyan transformation. Now, that means Goku has a 1 year chance of, pretty much getting more powerful than when he was on Namek, which he was already stronger than Frieza. So even with Frieza's, increase in power, Goku power has increased. And after every hard battle, you know what I'm saying, a Saiyan power is going to increase as well. Goku had a tough battle on Namek. He was badly beaten up, that he needed to heal from his wounds from his fight with Frieza, because he could barely have any energy after the Spirit Bomb. Surprisingly, the only thing that kind of gave him energy was him turning to a Super Saiyan, which kind of like revitalized him in a way to, he was pretty much really just running off of pure rage for the loss of Krillin and all the pain that Frieza has caused to his friends. And so with Goku getting a chance to heal up and revive after that fight, even though Goku was able to defeat Frieza, it still was a tough battle at the time, since Goku was not at 100% from before he turned into Super Saiyan. So as he heals up from those wounds, he probably did get an increase in power as well. And then on top of that, he went off to go train to become even stronger. So as we look back at King Cold, in that timeline that Goku faced off King Cold, even if King Cold was able to transform into a final form like Frieza, Goku could still probably be much more powerful, because one thing about Goku is that Goku's going to always train and he's going to always be way stronger than where he was before and not remain the same power. So Goku has 1 year to train to become even much more powerful than what he was. And so now we're doing some scaling about if King Cold is stronger than Frieza in his final form with the enhancement. Now mind you, again, like I said, Frieza didn't power up because Gohan said Frieza could get stronger. So that means even if Frieza was transferred to like maybe 100% form in that mech form or something like that, or fight at full power, he could probably be as strong as King Cold was in that second form. Now if King Cold is able to transform to a third and a final form, and the same as Frieza, maybe he might get greater boosts in power. But at the same time, Goku's already stronger than that Frieza in his final form as a Super Saiyan back on Namek. Now Goku has got a year to train, so now it's pretty much Goku's is going. Even if King Cold was to be able to transform, I'm sure that Goku has way more power to destroy King Cold in that fight. So yes, in a sense, Goku is stronger and is not even same thing for Trunks. Trunks didn't really have to use too much power to take out Frieza as well in that final form. So even yes, if King Cold was to be able to transform as well, maybe Trunks would have been stronger either way as well, because Trunks wasn't fighting at full power when he took out Frieza and King Cold as well. So both of these characters are much more powerful because of the time frame of the time they had time to train and get stronger. And despite, Future Trunks being in a time fighting the androids and constantly getting beat up, he's probably receiving, Zenkai boosts, fighting them every time, and it's pretty much increasing his power each time that happens. So the same thing where it was stated where why Gohan can receive Zenkai boost to become stronger than the androids from that timeline, because at one point we've seen Gohan fighting, but 17 stated that they was always holding back to keep him alive. So that means even Gohan probably was receiving a Zenkai boost, but since the androids never was fighting at full power every time, Gohan may gotten stronger every time he returned, but each time they probably just increased their fighting power as well every time he came back to fight. So in turn, Gohan never got to fight the androids at full power in that timeline, the future timeline, and that's why he's probably never gotten a Zenkai boost that was more powerful than the androids at the time, because of them just only lowballing their power when they're fighting him until they finally decide to become serious and take him out. And in the anime, we do see Gohan was kind of like holding his own against both of them at the same time for now if Gohan fought them one-on-one, and even if they're holding back, they probably would still come out victory because they have the unlimited stamina. But we would probably see a greater boost in power from Gohan and from Trunks. So going back to King Code, his power is, like I said, if you're going by anime wise, he's probably stronger than Frieza, but in the manga it doesn't really say too much about it, which is still up in the air, and some people may still think Frieza is more powerful. So we don't really get a detailed explanation of this. And even in the filler arc where Goku and Pikkon goes and takes out Cell and Frieza and King Code and the Ginyu Force, you know what I'm saying, he still doesn't transform. But then again, like I said, once again, it's also, I take into account that the writers purposely did this to get Pikkon over to show his power. It wasn't really about King Code or Frieza, which I feel like they should have created an arc about King Code coming, and but they wanted to probably go in the direction of the whole androids and giving a real reason for Future Trunks showing up and best time to introduce him. So that's probably how everything just played out. In short, that's the honest answer to everything. But we just like to do theories of this and wondering, like I said, how powerful is King Code. And like I said, even in Dragon Ball Super, Frieza opted into not reviving King Code because he felt like King Code can be, overbearing and probably, overstep. If Frieza was stronger than King Code, judging from Frieza's character, even though King Code is father, and even from if you look at relationship with him and Cooler, which is outside the anime, which is in the movies, you still get insight of his type of character. I don't think Frieza would respect King Code as much, even though he's his father, if he was stronger than him, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I still think he wouldn't have been afraid to revive him in that sense. So it's a thing where most likely King Code is stronger than Frieza, and Frieza just needs him out the way so he can do what he please at that point in time as he got revived in Super. So that's all the information we have for right now, unless more information comes out in the future or anything else at the moment. But that's all we have, and like I said, we should have got more. Do you guys feel like King Code was wasted potential? How powerful do you guys think he is? You know what I'm saying? Do you think he's stronger than Frieza at least, or do you think Frieza is stronger? According to the manga and anime, there is some slight differences. One has more information than the other. So the manga is kind of more unknown, and the anime is a little bit more statements that's telling you that King Code is, stronger. I personally will run with the anime because, like I said, you can only do but so much inside a manga like on a book, you know what I'm saying, it's only so much you can put into it, or you can add extra information more in the anime and have more, you can tell more. So I would most personally go a little bit more with the anime in some cases, especially if it's not anything that's filler. You know what I'm saying? But tell us what you think. You know what I'm saying? How do you guys feel? Drop a like, drop a comment at the bottom. And don't forget to follow us over on Twitter and TikTok, the Power Up 99. You know what I'm saying? You guys could check out daily content. We got new shorts, new videos dropping daily. And you know what I'm saying? Hit me over there on these other social medias. We got an Instagram coming soon. And we can chop it up, and you guys could let us know what topics you guys want to hear us cover and talk about. And we got more videos on the way, more things. So peace.